getting ready to go down this path here.
Well, this didn't go well.
That is a giant spider with 144 hit points and 29 AC. Well, that thing looks rather mean. Eye raise. 12d6, you say? Or be turned to stone permanently. I'm sorry, what? A level 15 construct. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try.
Skip the pleasantries.
Okay. We're gonna bless.
I will not falter. Rules are made to be broken.
Sud is restless.
Search for
I
the
wonder
beauty
why.
of your heart. Not
All right.
from all ears.
Well,
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Defeat is not an option.
alright, skeletons. Go up there and distract that giant fuck off spider. You know, I feel like I'm just gonna do this and let Lon have his day in the sun. Stack whatever buffs we can here. Skeletons. Hey, Trosius, how's it going, man? How'd the stream go yesterday? I was in and out a bit.
Do not hold back.
Let's try a vulnerability curse. Bit tired? That's understandable. You were streaming, you're streaming for quite a while.
The light take you.
Oh, that's no problem, man. Well, oh, fuck. I moved Lon. I did not mean to move him. Shit. Shit.
Be gone, fiend!
Yeah, not a problem at all. You got really good energy, man. Like, I definitely like hang out and listen to the stream more, but I had to get food last night.
Out of my sight!
Nearly a 4-hour stream. Yeah, well, I hear you on that. This can be rough. Oh, that reminds me. Well, everyone's taking their swings here. Oop, I don't know if I can do this or if I have to do it some other way. There it is. I think that's it. 1 second here. There it is. I had to find it. Had to find what I was looking for there real quick. 1 second. There it is.
Strike is one.
Alright. What was I doing here? Right. It's gonna never do that.
Into the fray.
Okay, I thought this thing was gonna be a lot scarier. Oh. Come on! I did it again! I just keep meaning to click it. Somehow I keep moving him. Hitbox on this thing. Alright, dagger. What do we got? Ooh. Once again, this would be great on Woljik. If only I used Woljik. I'm gonna have to just start using Woljik.
Godspeed. Can't hide from me.
What is this? An amulet of some kind.
I think I did it.
Let us press on.
Oh man.
We march ahead.
I think that's everything there. I don't really see anything else worth grabbing. I think that's everything. Alright, let's get out of here. It's time to skedaddle. Alright. Yeah, I always mean to use Woljif, not Woljik, right? See, I don't use him enough to even know his name. So there's the world exit. Wait, nope, nope. There it is. Okay, so it's on my way to Heaven's Edge. I believe this is the camp. Where's my guy? There he is. If I click this, can I just... Oh. Okay, I'm good. So looks like I can build companions, but I need 24k. I think I'm gonna put Ember back to just being stigmatized witch. Just makes more sense. I tried running her as a bard, and it's just I don't get enough out of it. I just do not get enough out of it. Evil Eye. Bone Shaker's not bad. Should be pretty quick. Let's see. Can we get... Where's that? Spell... There it is, spell penetration. Brave Enfeeblement would also be pretty decent. It's also a large person. What's the range on this? Close range. Should be okay though. Let's see. Pernicious Poison. Foxpustula. Scare's also super good if I want to just get rid of people. But let's go for just straight up debuff spells. Anything else I want to grab on her besides Arcana? Wow. Slumber, Evil Eye, Curse, Ice Plant, or Protective Luck, or Purity, Misfortune. Let's see. Look around. Reroll. Yeah. Fortune and within touch range. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Those are good, but you have to get in touch range. Ugh. Let's go. Ray of Exhaustion wouldn't be too bad. Just debuff spells. Just gonna focus on not overthinking this too much. I start overthinking this and then that's when I get into trouble. Greater spell penetration. That way SR is not a problem. Command. You know what? I also have Cause Fear. Let's actually use Reduced Person. That's also pretty good. Just throw that on someone. Fester. Scare. Pernicious Poison. Blind. Web. I'm gonna grab Scare. Just fear effects and such. And everything in the Necromancy School. Tell you what, I don't really mind grabbing this either. We can occasionally have her move up and use that. Alright. This should be pretty easy. Probably get Abundant Casting. Unstoppable. Yeah, let's just grab abundant casting. Oh, we're good. Perfect. Rest. Works for me.
It'll be tough getting a helmet to fit you, but we can't leave your head unprotected.
Just as long as it doesn't have a visor. Or how else am I meant to scare the enemy?
Good old lawn. Alright. Nameless Ruins, Secrets of Creation. Alright. The Outcast. Let's head outside.
Let us not hesitate. I will guide us.
Sell any extra stuff. Well, he flashes you his usual grin, but it fades almost immediately. What a march, Commander. I won't forget it in a million years. I can't stop shaking whenever I think about the leper smile. It's a miracle we lost so few back there. The soldiers realized that if you'd made the wrong decision, half the army wouldn't have made it out. They're scared. They're scared things are only going to get nastier from here. What if we held a wake, lit the bonfires, poured some wine, raised our cups in memory of the fallen, and do the troops a world of good? Sure. Alright, show me what you got. Okay. Right. It is a masterwork gold iron. Nice. Hunter's Assurance. It's a short bow. Not so good. Alright, we'll just... I got a special dagger for you. Alright, Woljiff, there you go. And we have a +1. You've already got a +1. Alright. Good. He's got everything he needs. I need to find a way to upgrade this sword. Maybe I should talk to him, actually. Something about Pathfinder Society. Well, sometimes folks curse our names, call us opportunists who just want to line our pockets. But that's only part of it. We're travelers, explorers, solvers of mysteries, and fighters of evil. I mean, good coin hasn't hurt anyone yet. But for folks like me, it's not what matters most. We're curious to see the world, play a part in everything, stick our noses everywhere. Mission street you can endure any place outside of the society lodge. Okay. That's why you'll never catch a long life applicants outside any society lodge. Every lodge has a venture captain. If they approve your application, you're in. There are many lodges all over the world, but the main one, the Grand Lodge, is located far away in Absalom. I've never been there myself, but I've heard a lot of stories about it, and about the Decumvirate that governs all Pathfinder affairs from here. Alright. Well, he's not really telling me much. Let's see if Woljif can find me anything good. I have 13k. Got anything good here, buddy? Wait. Well, it's an empowered rod of meta magic. Those are good. Crap. I really do want to pick one of those up. You know what? Sure. Two-handed heavy flail. It's a radiant cookery. I don't think anyone's gonna end up using these. So, I'll do that at least. Alright. There we go. Alright. So I can give that to Ember. Or even to Nenio. Actually, it goes to Nenio, really. Where's Nenio? There she is. There it is. Where's your spellbook? Greater heroism. Okay. That should work. Let's see. Selective. Do I have to have her do something? Ah, it has to be 3rd level or lower. Okay. Actually, that should be fine. I think those are 3rd level. Yeah. Alright. I think you can use it in combat then.
Godspeed.
Let's head out. Do I want to bring Nedio along? Very caster heavy if I do that. Okay. inconspicuous camp is hidden well protected from prying eyes. What do you got here?
I stand ready.
Who are you? The aged kobold sits on a small campfire, or sits by a small campfire, greeting you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behavior is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual, too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales. Greetings. My name is Krenhook. I am all alone here, so you may safely come closer. He speaks smoothly without the usual kobold hissing. Moving slightly aside, the kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick, roasting over the fire. Dinner will be ready soon. Whoa, I've never met a talking lizard before. Well, back in the River City, we had a real dragon. Are you a dragon too? Can you turn big? You flatter me, young lady. Many of my fellows would give up everything to become a dragon. Some even entertain themselves with fantasies of already being such. But I'm proud to be what I am, a kobold. Nothing more, nothing less. Kobolds are rather courteous lot, it would seem. I've never expected to receive an invitation to dinner from one of your kind. As a guest, rather than a dish, that is. I didn't exactly invite you, Count. My invitation was addressed to the commander. But sit down, help yourself. Beyond the walls of your fancy mansion, you'll find surprises far more unusual than my humble self. Alright, what are you cooking? Judging by its ears and hind legs, it's a hare. The kobold casts a dubious glance at the animal's mouth, which boasts a set of huge teeth. Or maybe it's a tiger. Depends on your point of view, I suppose. Was it you who left me that note? Of course. What else could it be? I wanted to make sure you were interested in the information I can provide. Alright, what do you want? I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing. I'm simply offering to help. I sympathize with your cause, so I would like to provide whatever support I can from time to time. Does that work for you? Kobold stops and looks at you expectantly. What's the catch? No catch. I'm acting for wholly altruistic reasons, but my motives are something I would rather not reveal. He turns his face to you, his wrinkles become more visible in the glow of the fire. We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's too early to expect complete candor just yet? As I've already told you, I'm a friend of the Crusade. You can choose to trust me, or you can leave. Alright. How exactly can you help? Advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable, don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday. After some thought, he nods towards the campfire. One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked. Alright. Appreciate your help. He nods. Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then, and we can have a word. Perhaps I'll be able to give you some useful tips. Pulling a small knife, the traveler carefully cuts off 2 strips of meat from the roasted hare. He throws one into his toothing maw while graciously offering me the other. A strange animal, for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the whirlwind mask everything in illusion. Harmless-looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads. And your enemies, sometimes your enemies can look like your friends. Have you ever been in a situation like this? First you think a person is your friend and ally, but then the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they are actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor? Execute the traitors, of course. He grins wryly. That sounded smooth, as if you were reading it from an inquisitorial scroll. What if you think with your own head instead of repeating slogans? Fine, let's assume you execute the traitor. Then what? The overall score is still in the demon's favor. Something in his voice sounds merciless, like cold steel. If you catch a traitor, grab them and shake them till they spill everything they know. Some need to be tortured. Others will crack if you threaten their family or bribe them with promises of mercy and gold. Wring the traitor dry like a rag mop. I think about war, not about ethics. At least that's what smart people write in books. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just sharing my opinion. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back far more frequently. Rumor is that there's at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Deskarites from Baphometites, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another lies by the entrance to the citadel. That's valuable information. Cracking his knuckles, he gives you a look. I hope that when the time comes for you to make a real decision instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom will fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I've lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by just one bad choice. Can you even imagine? The kobold squints sadly, his shoulders slumping a bit. With a sigh, he begins to talk. I don't like telling this story, but it might be useful to you. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Alright, you gonna tell me? He clears his throat and starts talking in a sonorous voice that reveals his experience as a bard. I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course, we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was a tight-knit, greedy, and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once, long ago, a leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity. Since then, every new All-Watcher had to agree to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Ermok, came to power. She was principled and proud leader who didn't want to bend the knee to hell. So she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors at the devil's instigation. Epidemics broke out, then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chasing us down through the caves and the mine shafts, level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around us was darkness, and lurking in the darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. After raising his voice dramatically, Krennic suddenly stops. Then he adds with a teasing smile, I think this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop here. Interesting. Alright, we'll come back and talk to this guy. I'm not sure I entirely trust him.
Let's press on. We will prevail.
More spiders. Hey, there's a good roll.
Endure this.
Cover me, all right?
Even you don't know the full story. He's very skilled bard. Or he's very some sort of sorcerer.
Attack! We shall overcome.
Yeah, he seems like a little mysterious one there.
Guide my blade.
I will see to your demise. Make every strike count.
Oh, I didn't even see you back here. Alright. Oh, I didn't see you either.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Oh wow, you should pass the saving throw.
Do not hold back.
The light take you.
Precision and grace.
Oh no. Rolls.
You crossed the wrong mark.
Distract them from me.
You know what? Let's just use Scorching Ray.
Strike as one.
There he goes. I think Hamlet got him. Yeah, he did.
We march ahead.
Let me make sure I get that in. Up to 16. I don't think there's anything here. Alright. Let's continue on. The Hamlet minus? No, that's not there yet. Everyone's fatigued.
One more day, and I'm still alive. Everyone dies, and I don't even get sick. Why is that?
Well, probably because you're some kind of immortal. You got burned at the stake and just kind of walked it off. Most people can't really do that. Oh boy, we got the whole big shebang going on over here now.
My not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is.
Oh no. She has an ephemeral ward watching over. She's basically God blessed. Except when I get involved. Except whenever you let the Crusaders of Iomade just kind of slit her throat.
The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul.
I'm going to just become as much of a hedonist as possible so that I break hell. Well, that's an ambitious plan.
You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
How interesting. Inquisitor Litur whispers in your ear from behind. What do we do? Now that's the hard part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is to distract the master of the house. Right now he's playing host in the very place I'd like to start with. Gotcha. Good luck. Come back when the Count leaves. I'll tell you everything I managed to find out. Oh, wait a minute. There's loot down here. Decorative plants in a miserable state. Been neglected for many years. Dayron, who has been watching the guests with an unreadable expression, turns his head to you and says in a casual tone, like he's been continuing the conversation that was interrupted, I've always considered myself an aesthete, not a hero. When doomsday comes, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row, and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now I'll be damned if I know how I'll end up in the Fifth Crusade, or how I ended up in the Fifth Crusade. How did I become the companion of a hero chosen by Iomade? Sometimes most casual occurrences dictate our fate's course. Afraid that is not always the case. Sometimes it is dictated by alien, but wholly deliberate forces. Tell me about Heaven's Edge. The estate was once a truly beautiful sight, with its lush gardens and placid ponds. He smiles briefly. It is a genuine smile, quite different from his usual half-smirk. The house itself is not that large, however. This land was part of the broader region, or the border region, even before the World Wound, so my ancestors took that into account when laying the foundations. The larger the mansion, the harder it is to defend. I'd gladly give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see here. I didn't have much time, so my servants only managed to clean up this yard, the Great Hall, and a couple of rooms. There's nothing interesting about them, except perhaps the magical firefighting system powered by water elementals. I'm not sure it's still functional, though. What's with this ghoulish force? He freezes. What an odd feeling. It's like I had been lying under the sun in a particular meadow in full bloom, then you barge in to pour a bucket of ice-cold water all over me. Is this how you treat people who invite you to their celebrations? No, you don't have to answer. I could come up with a polite excuse, but I'd rather match your courteous manners, and put it bluntly. I do not wish to continue this conversation. Thank you for ruining my mood. I shall retire in my chambers for a time. Ah. Well, at least I got him out of here. People just throwing their liquor bottles everywhere.
I will guide us.
I see that you did your part. Thank you. Now get ready to watch and listen closely. I will unravel the past of this place and try and show you whatever I find. Alright, let's see what we got. Countess Selina... Selena? No. Selina. It's, Arnday. The hum of voices, laughter, and music fills your mind. Then the visions come fragmented and hazy at first. Before eventually coalescing to reveal a single face. It is a woman of stunningly heavenly beauty, and her delicate features instantly tell you who she is. The family resemblance to Daeron is obvious. My guests, the Lady of Heaven's Edge, welcomes you all today. I hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me, because this day, my only precious, sometimes arrogant, but utterly beloved child was born. Tell me, oh Pathfinder DM, why your Oracle isn't wearing armor. Mostly because I forgot to put the chainmail shirt on him that I had in my trunk. Also because I never have him do anything in combat other than just sit in the back lines, cast Animate Dead, and then occasionally throw out a channel of positive energy for heals. But I had some chain shirt for him. I need to put it on him. I just keep having short-term memory loss, and every time I go back to base I forget to grab it and put it on him. I had like a mithril chain shirt, which I was like, oh, that looks really good. I'll put that on him. A child is usually a reflection of their parents and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guests and the man of the hour as well? A new face appears. It is a handsome old man with a strong, dignified posture and a voice that emanates power. Can't we just have one day without your sermons? It's my birthday after all. 10 years ago, the young Daeron had an utterly angelic appearance. His table manners and expression lack the dignity of a true angel, however. Well, that figures. Day, I'm sure the revered Nestron only wanted to hug you and offer you his best wishes on your birthday. Wait, what? What's that noise? Lady 2. The shrill laughter rings in your ears and reverberates in the base of your skull. In the vision, a Leditu appears before the guests of the estate and gives them an exaggerated, scornful bow. The sorceress of evil has come to your celebrations, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I have already done everything I wanted to. Hey you, doddering cleric, look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want, but they're not going to help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves, and when I return, the grave realization will have already sunk its teeth into your throats. Oh, how I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. The demon finishes her speech with an air kiss to Daeron, making him freeze in horror, and disappears. Vitor shakes his head and slowly exhales, rubbing his temples. The first appearance of the disease, and the Lilitu, one of many sisters of the accursed Monago. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of events. What now? I can sense the aftershocks of a very strong outburst of emotion and memories somewhere in the west wing of the house. Something must have happened in one of the rooms, so please check if anyone is in there and distract them if needs be. Alright, you got it.
Godspeed.
Hey, let's see what Lon's doing. How can a single family or even person live in a house large enough for my entire tribe? Very easily. Compulsive food consumption may be a symptom of several serious neurological disorders. It may also indicate the food in question boasts exceptional palatability. Camellia is, of course, fitting in perfectly. Hey, Woljif, stealing anything good? I know I am. I just saw a portrait of Darren's mom, so she was a ASMR too. Whoa. Some people get a celestial bloodline, tons of money, a title, while others get horns and a slap in the face. Ain't that the truth? Hey, look. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna rob your household. 700 gold. You won't be needing that, will you? To cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. Oh. Ooh. Well, that actually is really good on him. Or on a paladin, honestly. Picture over here. Countess Selayan Nevia Dara Arende with her infant son Darren. Unlike typical aristocratic portraits, this one depicts a young mother having fun with her child on a seesaw. He arches a brow at you, but he doesn't seem to be disturbed in the slightest by your entrance. He's not trying to cover up or get dressed any faster. Commander, I assume that you have an urgent matter that requires my attention. Oh, I can imagine it. A lady graciously tearing down the curtains with her shield, her armor clinking melodiously to the music. I wonder if I could keep a straight face and drip honeyed words in her for a while I dance. You've got a brilliant idea. I don't know if you can do the other ones too, probably, but I feel like that was the one that's like gonna most entertain him. It's the most plausible, but also probably the most entertaining. I see you were able to do as I asked. Prepare yourself. This vision might be rather difficult to watch. Young Darren stands motionless by the Countess's bed. His face is pale with fear, and for good reason. His mother's heavenly beauty is gone. Her smile, once beaming with vitality and happiness, looks more like the grimace of a corpse. Only her golden hair still glows, a sad reminder of the healthy young woman she was just a few hours ago. Mother? Can you hear me, Mother? Day, my boy, how did you get here? The Countess's voice is fading. Don't come any closer. This disease. Mother, listen. The revered Nestrin has sealed the gate. He says that he won't let anyone leave the estate. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. They knew that we could call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat baron and his family tried to escape, but 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. Mother, we need help. Canabris is full of clerics, wizards, and demons. Know who else. that might know how to stop it, but we need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey the revered Nestrin. We are the lords of Mendev, and we must protect our people. If the plague, if it reaches Canobras, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about any innocents. Daron raises his voice to shout. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Canobras. They won't listen to me, but you are the lady of the estate. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must. Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still... A convulsion overtakes the Countess's body. Her last words are swallowed by a long, guttural groan. Leotor warily rubs his temples, but his face is unreadable. Now I have an answer to one of my many questions. Nobody went to Canobras in search of help because the revered Nestrin didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock and the estate. What a difficult choice it must have been. He made the right choice. I'm almost certain that Count Daron has another opinion on this matter, a very, very strong one. Theodore rubs his chin thoughtfully. I have never been in the revered Nestrin's position, but I know the price of difficult decisions, especially those that you have to make quickly. I have no right to judge him, but we must continue our investigation. The next site I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. That is where we found the remains of Nestrin and the demons. I assume he killed them in a confrontation, but we must make sure of that. Please help me clear the area so that we can study it.
Let us press on.
I don't feel like I'm the one leading in this dance. He got Sela up dancing on the tables, of course. Don't try to weasel out of it now. You're not leaving this table until the music is over. I'm gonna save. I feel like there might be some important events coming up. There's a feverish gleam to Daron's eyes, owing to his either tipsiness or some overabundance of emotion. Oh there, Gustavus. I utterly loathe you for persuading me to ask Sela to dance. It was the most abominable experience of my life. I absolutely must do it again. Just let me catch my breath. How are you enjoying the party? You having a good time? Are you having any fun? Of course I'm having fun. What's wrong? Do you want me to spend my whole life in fear, mourning and blaming myself for what happened? Fine, let's change the subject. I thought the unique ambience of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're on the very border of the world would make the celebration special. I thought the past would resurface and make itself known. He smirks bitterly. Well, it seems even ghosts don't wish to attend my parties anymore. What can we do to liven up the evening? It's time for a drinking contest. Oh yes, the tried and trusted method for salvaging a dull party. For salvaging anything, actually. I'm ready, but who's my competition? Me! The commander himself, the hero of Canobras, the chosen one is challenging me to a drinking contest? I'm in. Let's drink until one of us falls unconscious or begs for mercy. Oh, here we go. That's just a warm-up, more. Let's go. Are we done here? Are you ready for another round? Let's go. My grandfather, maybe my grandmother, put this bottle in the family cellar. So why did it fail the scion of the illustrious Erdene in this time of need? He looks a bit unsteady on his feet. I don't feel well. Hey everyone, let's go back outside. I need to get some fresh air in my lungs. There we are. Again, Commander. He looks grim but focused. Let's take another glimpse into the past. Lalitu. A ripple of laughter flows through the hall. Begins as a sweet, charming chuckle, but then turns into a rasping cackle that makes Darren huddle even deeper into his corner. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come on, let me touch you. I'll give you... Ew. The booming voice of an old man dressed in Iomedean robes shakes the walls of the hall. Get away from him, demon. Let the boy go. By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him only over my dead body. I don't think that's gonna stop her. You are pathetic, old cleric. Are you the guardian of this charming little prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him, and I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. The demoness turns her eyes to face Daron and licks her lips. A coarse laugh escapes the young man's throat. We'll see about that. Leo turns towards you in astonishment. Droplets of sweat glisten on his temples. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as expected. It's as if some kind of supernatural explosion occurred here 10 years ago, blending everything together. The magical auras, the emotion, the memories. I'll try to read it again. Alright. Give a few moments focus. Darren, my boy, what is going on? Leotor's muscular shoulders suddenly begin to shake. The vision he is channeling does not change, but you feel something enormous and chilling silently infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being becomes almost palpable. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric, stop him right now. Do you really want to see what happens when... Save me. Can you save me? The presence thickens into something more tangible. The entity is silent, but you feel your blood pulsing in your temples, and each beat brings a new image, or rather a new notion. Help brings a feeling of relief and safety. Exchange makes the pulse stronger, more demanding. Gate and secret come immediately after. The image becomes heavier, almost visible. Secret, keep the secret, otherwise death, 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 death. The gruesome image whirls through your mind, filling it with pain and fear, and then it all starts again. Help, exchange, secret, death. Lestern stretches out his shaking hand, suddenly looking like a doddering old man instead of a mighty cleric imbued with holy power. Darren, wait! The thing you're about to let loose is even worse than these demons. Darren's body is quivering like a taut bowstring. His eyes dart from the cleric to the demoness, who is frantically casting protective spells. Demons, saints, I'm so fed up with all of you. Burn! You okay, bro? Holy crap. Leodor opens his eyes with a groan and then gets back to his feet. His legs are wobbly, his eyebrow is cut, but he seems not to notice. Sincere sorrow is written on his face, as well as a strong hint of horror. What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Do you understand? The Inquisitor slowly exhales through clenched teeth and says in a low voice, still massaging his temples, yes and no. Damn it, my thoughts are astray. I'll try to explain everything to you in full detail. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad, when a deadly threat looms over them. 10 years ago, the young Count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. It frightens me that all my experience as an Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It doesn't resemble anything I've ever heard or read about. This entity, I think I will call it the Other, possesses uncanny power. It was capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric, and a host of other mortals. You saw everything yourself. What's even worse is that this entity, this Other, it is still here. Leodor takes a long pause, his gaze is drawn to the chamber where all the guests were laughing and dancing. Daron's eloquent voice rises above the music for a moment. He's asking someone to bring more wine and add more logs to the fire. I don't know what exactly this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The other is not inside the Count's body. It is not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no obvious signs of possession, but it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world, and it can instantly step through it to wreak havoc whenever it desires. I wonder, does he know about it? Of course he does. Did you hear what the other tried to convey to us? Help in exchange for a secret. Death to those who know the truth. He wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Darren deny that he remembers anything about the conclusion of the events at Heaven's Edge. What does it want? This is the strangest thing about it. It came to this world 10 years ago, and it's still here, right? All this time it's been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. The Count can get close to practically every influential figure in Medov, but the other refuses to act, or its interests lie in some other sphere. Was the disease not to blame? Not everyone, just Nestor and his paladins and a few remaining guests. Damn it. I know that it was the work of a mysterious omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago and I didn't check everything personally, and those who did fail to sense that something was wrong. Alright, well, we gotta do something. Yes, now I understand Father Nestor perfectly. I must make a crucial decision despite a dearth of information. He fell silent, then he looks you right in the eye. Commander, first and foremost, I must apologize to you. Second, I must ask you to keep this secret. Sorry, for what? For dragging you into this mess. You see, the other, an entity of immense power, stated very clearly that it would kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows that the Count is actually its living gateway. I suppose the secret is currently known to 3 people in Galarian. You, me, and Count Daron. That means, gives you a crooked smirk and shrugs. As soon as the Count finds out that we know his secret, the other will understand it as well. We do not know what it is and what exactly is the scope of its powers, but we do know that it will dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I made a decision. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we've just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Neurocene and sift through all the possible archives of the Inquisition in order to find out exactly what happened, like what we're dealing with, and how it can possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries in other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found at least some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not say a single word about our investigation to the Count himself. I can't promise anything. I recommend that you go back to the guests and spend the rest of the evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately in search of the knowledge we all need so desperately. Farewell, Commander. May the light of Imodine guide your path, and the Hawkblade will try to keep your path to triumph clear of any unwanted guests. Well, I guess I can see why maybe you killed him on every playthrough. Giant magical time bomb. You're the very best guest I could ever wish for. Oh, that's great.
We march ahead.
Alright, well. That was a party. Turns out he's just a walking time bomb. That looks dangerous. I'll sneak past.
Can we retreat already?
Oh, look at that. Negative levels. Succubus. Well, let's try to get rid of this thing first. If we can. Well, critting it will definitely help get rid of it. Okay.
Time to share your treasures.
Alright, Ember. That's fine. Just lower its AC. That'll be helpful in and of itself.
Attack!
Into the
It's
fray!
smiting time. Hopefully, no. I guess not.
Endure this!
No, she may have level drained her, but she paid the price. Let's see. Bless.
Cover me, all right?
This thing has energy resistances. For sure. Yeah, and decent spell resistance. Alright, I'm not gonna really worry about that too much. What I will do is keep throwing Evil Eye on it.
We shall overcome!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
That's unfortunate.
Make every strike count!
Lon. Lon, please. Let's see. Shaker it is. Well, I guess I can't do anything right now. Or, excuse me? Game?
No glory without risk.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ugh. Not really much to do there. Yeah, not really much to do there. Don't really need any healing. Or remove any sickness, really. I guess I can just buff Hamlet's strength a bit too.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Wait, my mount is attacking me. What the fuck? Confusion.
The light take you.
What's the AC on this guy again? 25? Well, it shouldn't be that hard to hit.
You won't survive me.
Good lord. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that whatsoever. Just throw more skeletons, I guess. Okay. Wait, do I not have Cackle yet? Oh, yeah, I don't have Cackle yet. You know what? Let's just use Fortune. Nice. Well, at least when Hamlet's working for me, it's better.
Into the fray.
Endure this.
Lon, you're missing so many of these 50-50s. Come on, man. There we go.
I welcome your company. Our time has come. Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Time to rest. Alright. Now for my armies. Okay. Combine these guys. There we go. And now we can fight. Not bad. They're actually probably just fine right there. Down go the ghouls. Try and take out these cultists as fast as we can. Oh, they get another attack. Alright, cool. And I've knocked them out though. And down they go. The cultists protected their caravan of valuable supplies to the death, but the Crusaders prevailed. It seems the demon worshippers plundered the treasures from the nearby Sarkorian ruins. Change my party comp here. Here we go. Puzzle time.
I will see this through. every strike count.
I'm gonna delay my turn until after Nunio. Cool. It's fireball time. The bounces has to be within 15 feet. Let's just use a Scorching Ray then against this creeper. There we go.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
It's fine, we're a little out of range, but not a big deal. Battle's basically over.
Do not hold back. Contemplate on your...
No glory without risk!
You won't survive me.
Okay, anything good down here?
What a discovery.
Let's have some
Oh,
fun.
gargoyles. Nice, Nenio got a very good roll. You know what, I'm gonna have him delay until after Nenio so I can throw a spell. These guys have fire resistance, I know, I think. No, they don't. Oh, I think gargoyles have fire resistance. Well, no! What the fuck? I don't know how I end up doing that again and again. I don't know if my mouse isn't registering. I end up doing that again and again where I'll move after I think I click something. Not bad.
Endure this! Strike as one.
There we go. The guy's almost dead. Skeletons might finish him off. There we go. Oh,
let you
boy.
hurt my friends.
Stinimosti travisi.
Oh, 2 bears. Alright.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Make every strike count.
I'll make short work of this.
Almost, Aaron, almost. Maybe the skeletons will bail you out. And they do.
Attack!
The light, take you. No glory without risk.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I shine in all endeavors, even failed ones. Trivial.
I will guide us.
It's going good, except for that ice ball I just took. How you doing?
Godspeed.
This looks like some kind of puzzle piece. Ghoul corpses, as if they simply lay down and died of their own accord. Just doing okay?
This war must end.
Who in the absence of an answer is an answer to? Oh boy. Not enjoying the weather, but who is? Yeah. I looked at the forecast and it basically said that we have no like sunshine days pretty much until March, I think it is. I am the answer, but what is the question? An elf woman in frayed robes turns her head to you and stares at you through the slits of her simple white mask. Then she holds out her hand and touches the ancient statue. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Nenio touches the statue and suddenly freezes. It's supposed to be 60 Sunday or Monday. Hopefully. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand floating in the emptiness of the unknown. Your path has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison with the cosmos that surrounds you. That's uplifting. But then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. It stares at you and measures and assesses you, then asks a simple question. Who are you? The name you uttered, that seems so powerful and proud rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes, bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answer. Do you want to say your name? But what is it? Just a set of sounds used to associate yourself? Oh boy, what is this deconstructionist philosophy going on here? You are Gustavus. Who decided this is who you are? Your parents, yourself, someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear the label off? What hides behind the name? Behold the truth. Open yourself to knowledge. Oh no. Sounds like a scary cult.
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
What the? She's a fox person. You're a stifled cough nearby. A familiar kitsune. Changed 50 on Sunday. Ugh.
What's going on here? Nenio, is that you?
You're a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me. Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment? I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
And my last doubt is dispelled. It truly is her.
I haven't the slightest idea, but it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with. The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about. I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
Oh boy.
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them. With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
I am the impetus to act. I am the reason for torture and a cause for insomnia. Tear on my scuffle. Okay. I see. Hmm.
Let us press on. We march ahead.
Interesting. That outer part lit up. Hmm. I guess we go back and look at that cave entrance, maybe?
Our path leads on.
Maybe I should just continue to Dresden. That might just be the better option. Let's take a look at this cave real quick, and then we'll get back on the road to Dresden.
I will guide us.
Ah, this looks like a job for...
You won't survive me.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have spawned the skeletons. Oh well. Oh well. Just throw another fireball.
Endure this!
Down it. No, no. Another one bites the dust. Charge!
We shall overcome! Together we stand. Godspeed.
Oh right, I forgot to update this.
Well,
Oh,
hello there.
well that's even worse.
Are we in trouble yet?
Hmm.
Anything new?
What's that? Oh god, not one of those things again.
Do not waver.
Enjoy your fireball. Let's see here. I do have another fireball. Well, I'm gonna save that one. Let's just use magic missile. Boom, boom, boom. Should have to get a lot closer to use that. Yeah, that should do it.
Every strike counts. You see that? Do not hold back.
Oh. Fuck's sake. Ah, well, it was only a stink cloud. Cloak and a helmet. Alright, what do we got? We also got a recipe, too. Excellent. Newest to oldest. What else we got? Cloak of Cleansing. Compulsion and disease effects. Actually, I think I'll probably use that myself. Now we can put the other one on someone. What is this? Vast Intelligence. Alright, where's Nenio? Who should I put that other cape on? What's hers? Is this +1? Yeah, it's +1. Alright, we'll put it on her. Oh yeah, we also got this amulet. Against poison. It's okay. And Darren, clear purpose. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Gives him some bonus against poison. He doesn't necessarily need it, but I think it's fine. What's our int at? 23. That's actually really good. All right.
Damn. It's just not my lucky day.
Let us press on.
See? I'm indispensable.
Okay. Is the stink cloud gonna leave? Excuse me, stink cloud? Alright, it's not gonna leave. We just gotta run through it.
We march ahead.
Some quick changes to your character because something was bothering you. Wow, what was bothering you? Alright, well, there's nothing else for me to really do here. Let's continue our march towards Dresden. I'd rather do something actually fun and entertaining rather than doing these puzzles, which I'm not going to be very good at, and I'm honestly going to find a bit boring. Let's head to Dresden. The portrait I used didn't have a tail. I pretended it didn't bother me, but it did. It bothered me. It doesn't bother me, it's fine. Okay, it bothers me. Been there, done that. Gargoyles. Take out these skeletons and these ghouls. Oh, that was rather pathetic. Okay, ghouls are dead. That was pretty simple. It's a lot of demon armies. Down they go. Let's knock out these archers. And sharpshooters next. Ooh. Down they go. Soldiers came across a group of riders on fatigued horses. They were desperately fending off a demon attack after what had clearly been a long pursuit. The crusaders slew the fiends and questioned the travelers. The riders turned out to be escaped prisoners from the demon mines outside Dresden. They had killed their cultist guards, stolen their horses, and according to them, their guards knew nothing of the commander's forces. Hopefully his offenses will catch Dresden unaware. Nice. Magic instructor. All spellcasting units. Honestly, magic reserves. Very nice. Just hold the line. So far as Crusader business has been pretty easy. The Scary slaves fought fearlessly and relentlessly, like insects swarming around a flame without any awareness of what they were doing. While the last of the demons had fallen in battle, the Crusaders could finally take in what exactly they'd been fighting for. For many years, these old salt miners had provided the local alchemists with their most valuable ingredients, and now they would do so again. Do I have to like go all the way up and then swing around? How do I get a Dresden? What's this? That seems weird. I've traveled across an entire continent, but I never met a mongrel until you. But I have heard about similar beings that appeared in other parts of the world as a result of other cataclysms, not just the world wound. Really? So we're not the only lucky ones then? I didn't know that. Nobody in our tribe knows it either, it seems. Am I still out of movement? Well, I guess I am. The Ross Mountains land made by claws of the abyss. So many of those celebrities destroyed them all away.
They will break against our resolve.
Ooh. An ash giant. 14 humanoid, 25, 161.
You're irrelevant.
It's got cleave and great cleave. Alright, I need to get out of the way of this guy. That's a lot of potential damage come crashing down on me if I'm not careful. Actually, this would be a good time to use one of my... There we go. Oh, well, no, he's immune to disease, but not curses. Okay.
Into the fray!
Okay, and we can do this. Where's Lon? Okay.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, Nenio. Time for another careful fireball of doom. Excellent.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Strike as one.
Oof.
You won't survive
Come on.
me.
Come on, Lon. Oh, Lon, you're killing me, dude. You just need to make 2 of those and it would have been fine. Let's just magic missile and just double tap that thing. Okay. Scorching Ray. Darren.
No glory without risk!
Attack.
Perfect.
Endure this.
There we go. Not too bad. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get over there. another giant.
Make every strike count. We shall overcome.
Okay.
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nearly there. Good. Take him down before he can get a good whack at our party.
Do not hold back.
The inheritor! Guide my blade!
You won't survive me.
There we go.
Out of my sight.
Your right side reacts more vigorously to temperature changes than your left side. I wonder what will happen if we freeze your right side and set your left side on fire. Teams are always trying to do that to me. Guess how their experiments ended. There's someone on the road. Uh-oh. You wake up in the middle of the night to screams and the sounds of battle. A moment later, Nevia bolts into the tent. Commander, you're right. Praise Desna, we're in trouble. The camp is under attack. Lon, bow in hand, is right behind her. The fools. This is no war camp, it's a garden party. I warned them to watch the sky. See, arms.
Let us not hesitate.
Let's go.
We will prevail.
Gargoyles again, huh?
Endure this. Make every strike count. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Alright. Wait, it's not gonna actually show me, is it? No. Alright, let's maneuver here. I want to be able to charge on the next turn. So let's use Light of Angels.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
He rolled a 3 each time. Ah, jeez.
You won't survive me. Strike as one.
Oh, we can get a charge maybe on the next turn.
Endure this.
Oh, not a charge, oh well. Jeez.
Make every strike count.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe we'd be killing more gargoyles if this guy's actually shooting his bow instead of like making finger guns at the sky. Brainstorm. Hi, hello. Welcome in.
I will guide us.
There she is. Melia is hiding behind the cart. Keeping to the shadows, she watches the chaos around her with squeamish apprehension. The butchered corpse of a crusader lies at her feet. Commander, is that you? Finally, get your forces under control or they'll be massacred like sheep at a slaughterhouse. Nice boar. Thank you. His name is Hamlet. He's a mythic boar mount. He has, actually, let me check the command. How many kills does he have right now? 17. Let's move. Gotta retake the camp. Let's go. If these monsters thought we'd be easy pickings, they're in for a disappointment. Very nice. Do you even have a weapon equipped? Got a question about the game that maybe you can help. Alright, shoot. If I don't know, there's a good chance that Atrocious or someone else in chat may also know. Could you choose any other than Legend? Okay, so I had the same question. So as you go along, you will unlock additional mythic paths. So whenever you finish chapters, basically. Yeah, as soon as you hit rank 3. There you go. Like after you complete some of the chapters, you get more options and stuff like that to go down with mythic paths and stuff. As I said, if I didn't know, then Atrocious will know, or Viking, if he's here, would know as well.
Godspeed.
As far as I know, yes, that's how it works. Atrocious, again, probably know the better answer where he's played it through. You get Legend first, you start as a Mythic Hero. Really? Oh, that's true, I am a Mythic Hero, aren't I? Let me check. Oh, yep, right there. Mythic Hero. Back to the combat.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
It's a legendary hero in German.
We shall overcome. You won't survive me.
Let's do...
I'll cut you wide open.
Can we get a charge? No. Too close. Well, this gargoyle's taking a beating.
Endure this.
There we go. We'll rush you with that. It's not even with toy box editing. Looks completely done.
Let us press on.
Let's see, the stomps her armored boots on a gargoyle's wing, and with all her might pierces the monster with her sword. Well, she's a hammer, but sure. Turning around, she yells to the soldiers, "Shit your pants over there? Come on, don't chicken out on us now. That's not how to deal with it. Hold your position, steal yourselves. You crusaders are cowards. Let's go. We can fight. Teach these monsters a lesson. They'll be sorry they ever came here."
We march ahead.
Let's fix this formation. This formation's like all kinds of messed up. Yeah, actually, we'll have her go over here. Do something like this. There we go.
Save the last one for me.
Okay, some more gargoyles.
Make every strike count.
I should probably switch her to Keen rather than Fire. Want to try and crit fish a little. Hey, Brainstorm. Thanks for the follow. Well, welcome to the guild.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, if you enjoy statistically improbable dice rolls, you are in the right channel. You stream from time to time. Maybe you should go for a Pathfinder run as well. Go for it. I've been finding it very enjoyable.
Take you!
The spirits demand your blood!
Can I get a charge? There we go. Perfect. What do you... So if you don't stream Pathfinder, what do you stream mostly?
Into the fray!
25 damage. Not bad. It's cool, sadly buggy, but challenging. Yeah, it is pretty comparable to pen and paper.
You are today's
That's what I really
sacrifice.
enjoyed about it. Because I took a break from DMing Pathfinder, did 5e for a couple of years. And then just recently, here in the last few months, I got back into DMing Pathfinder. So it's been a lot of fun. Because I was like, well, I'll pick up this game, I'll stream it as well. I'm relearning Pathfinder system after a couple of years break. It's been a lot of fun.
Endure this.
You DM at work. For your coworkers? Like for your coworkers, or do you actually DM as a job? Because if you DM as a job, then I'm jealous.
Go for their hearts!
Hey, Atrocious, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, I'll drop by here in a little bit. You DM for children. Hey, I'm still jealous. Being able to DM at your job is always great.
Attack. We shall overcome.
That's like the dream.
Make every strike count.
3 times a week, plus once a month. Wow.
No glory without risk!
That's got to be hard to... 3 times a week, that's got to be hard to keep up with writing, then.
I'll cut you wide open!
I know I write for 2 campaigns right now, so now I'm only doing it once a week, but... I can't imagine doing 3 times a week plus once a month. This is like... Ooh, another helmet. Alright. What kind of helmet is this? The amount of damage this ability does to undead creatures has the ability to channel positive. Ooh. Oh, that's amazing for Darren. That's amazing for him. It gets a bit too much though, even though it's easier to prepare adventures for children. But used to improvising? Dude, improvising is probably next to being able to take some notes, like good notes, is probably the most important skill you can have as a DM. Like, hands down. Like, improv is so important. A lot of it is kind of a talent. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can never improv, but you do need some talent. But I think improv is something that you can learn. I think a lot of people are just kind of afraid of it because they think it's not going to be good. You know, I'm going to improv, it's going to be bad. But you know, I think you can train and learn that as a skill, for sure. Breathing heavily, Irabeth leans on her sword. Blood is trickling down her battered armor. Clenching her teeth, she looks hatefully at the monster before her. It bares its teeth in a mocking grin. I won't give up. In the name of Imodine, I won't give up. Irabeth, we're here. Hold on, we're coming. Oh no, you won't. Surging forward, the demon knocks Irabeth off her feet with a sharp blow to her face. Then he leans over her limp body and sniffs. Young, healthy, strong. This one will be tasty. What a fine ghoul it will make. Oh dear. The monster's fiery eyes consider the people surrounding him and finally fall upon you. For a moment you feel a strange connection to the demon, as if there's no one else here but the two of you. Bafflement, almost fear, crosses the monster's face, but then his grin grows even wider. Oh, there. That's the one she was talking about. So are you supposed to be my equal? You're just the same as your toys. Weak, fragile, tasty. You have to improvise. Otherwise, you have to prepare the same story for all 3 children groups, or I would have to dedicate my whole life to my job. You have to improvise. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, running that many sessions 3 times a week and then once a month, yeah. If you can't improvise, you'd go crazy trying to write and keep up with all that. That's it. You came to your death? I don't think so. A fortress on the mountain where mortals once prayed to their little gods. The lost chapel, it is now my nest. Come see what happens to your soldiers when I play with them. Maybe soon you'll become one of my toys too. The fun thing isn't they're in the same campaign. Oh, that's cool. So they one party's decisions can kind of impact the others. That's really cool. I always wanted to do a campaign like that. I had one once where I had 2 groups in the same world, in different regions, but in the same time and in the same world. I had some overlap between them, but not as much as I'd love to. The adults play in the same campaign too, your friends? Oh, that's very cool. DM there once a year and we play for a week then? Wow.
Commander, convene
A
an
week
urgent
long
council.
D&D. Shoots an arrow at the monster as it flies away, and they both vanish into the black of the night. She looks at you, terror and resolution wearing in her eyes. Commander, convene an urgent council. Before you can answer, she runs off to the camp headquarters. They're level 14, playing since 7 years now. Wow.
I will guide us.
I think the longest campaign that I was a part of, the longest campaign I did as a player, was about a year and a half. The longest campaign I did as a DM was almost 2 years. A pale Anavia paces up and down in front of the map. Her face is pinched, her fist clenched, and her voice is unusually sharp. What's this fortress that Scum was talking about? Where is it? Nura taps her finger on the map. Here, the Lost Chapel. Our scouts reported there was trouble brewing there, but this... who did the monsters carry off? Irabeth and 24 soldiers, both recruits and veterans. Half our squad was taken too. We're all that's left. One of your companions, a tiefling, Woljif, I think. I last saw him running from the camp, but there were no monsters chasing him. I don't want to badmouth anyone, but I think he disappeared of his own free will. I am sorry. I kind of expect that of Woljif. He's gonna look out for himself. What monster took care of it? I'm not sure, but judging by description, it sounds like a Nabasu. They're demons, sort of like bats. They can suck the life out of people and turn them into ghouls. Our scouts reported that ghouls were wandering around the chapel. Now I know where they came from. One more thing. The name he gave. Kabriri. That's a demon lord, the patron of ghouls. They say he was the first mortal to eat human flesh. After his atrocity, he died in agony. He was reborn in the abyss, becoming the first ghoul. You like him so much, but I hated him for this. Girlfriend already played that part. I like the character. Like as a DM especially, I really liked Woljif. Woljif and Dayron are probably my two favorites. Like, Lon's really cool to chill with, but for story purposes and just overall, I love Dayron. I love Woljif. They got just good voice acting, good personalities. It's a lot of fun. We can hope it only means that Kabriri was the patron of the demon who came to us, but it might mean another demon lord has joined the Demon Alliance and is sending troops here. Oh, yeah, soft spoiler is fine. Yeah, as long as you're not, like, spoiling, you know, major things, but soft spoiler is perfectly fine. He's gone for a really long time. Ah, no. No. Demons won't feast for long. Oh boy. Let's not keep our friends waiting, or our enemies. Such a dick. Don't know why yet. Girlfriend plays it. I know. I showed my wife this, and she plays D&D. She actually plays in one of the campaigns with our friends. And she actually said she's pretty interested in this game, so she'll probably have to play it at some point as well. Though knowing her, she's probably just gonna play a barbarian and charge in and hit everything. That's her preferred class. Is everyone ready? Commander, we don't have much time. While we stand around here, our friends are being eaten alive. I'll run on ahead now to scout the area. Don't sit around here. Come after me. Quickly, we'll meet at the foot of the mountain. Alright. Yeah, it should be fun to collect all that. Oh boy. Well, at least of everyone I got Lon, so I'm not in danger of not having DPS. Girlfriend plays Barbarian Pathfinder pen and paper. Nice. Nice. My wife, she played her first ever character though she played in Pathfinder years and years ago was a ranger, I believe it was. Yeah, it was a ranger. She played a ranger, and she collected like a menagerie of animals. She had like a griffin, she had a dire wolf, she had this like really smart fox that she had with her as well. She had ferrets. Like she wasn't a druid, she was just a ranger, but she was like keeping as many pets as you'd expect from like a druid. It was really funny. And then after that she played, what did she play after that? After that she played an alchemist, and then after that she played like barbarian fighter, a monk, stuff like that. Like anything that wants to charge in. Hey, it's Nenio. Anevia stares through her spyglass at a low fortification on the hill. Even at this distance, you can hear blood-curdling screams coming from within. Ugh. There, that's where they took them. Looks like the monsters are having a feast. Anevia shudders. We've got some survivors. They escaped somehow, but they'll never make it away from those gargoyles. That reminds me. Look what I met here. She's just standing here, blinking as if she knew someone would come for her. What? Oh yes. I must have admitted that the gargoyles born flight is ineffective and uncomfortable. By the way, did you know that gargoyles can be tickled by scratching their heels? Girls often put much more effort into their characters than men. At least that's my experience. Let's see. Because I've played with, I think, four women in total in D&D across like 5 or 6 campaigns that I've played. Yeah, I'd agree that like I find that women put a lot more attention into backstories. Not that I haven't run across some guys that can actually put a lot of like work into their backstory, but one thing I always enjoyed about all the women I played with in D&D was that they almost always gave me a ton of plot hooks and characters in their background. Like even if I didn't have a lot of plot hooks, they had a lot of characters in their background that gave me a lot to work with. So I always really appreciate that. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that. I'll wait here. Send me the ones you can save from those monsters. I'll care for the wounded and get them to safety. Let's see. I'm going to the chapel. Save everyone you can. Won't you be riskier? Don't worry about me. I've been learning how to hide from the monsters since I was 5 years old. If I don't want to be seen, I won't be. Modene, watch over you. Let's not go with you. Hey! We got our Kitsune. She can sit in the back lines here with Lon and hopefully not get sniped.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Let's lower some ACs here.
The spirits demand your blood.
Gonna go play a bit now too. It's nice talking to you. This is really nice talking to you, man. I always enjoy talking to another DM. Enjoy.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Happy pathfinding and a nice evening. Same to you, man. Enjoy.
Into the fray!
One last question. Go for it. Which difficulty am I playing on? So, I'm playing on custom difficulty. I started off playing like on casual, maybe story-ish, but it wasn't quite enough crunch to the combat for me, so I went with like a custom setting. I only wanted slightly weaker, and then I went just slightly weaker, and then standard number. I would have gone with more. I had more enemies on, but that just takes too long to get through combat. Hey, Catherine, hello. Welcome on in. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the order. If my notifications are working properly, which they may not be. Oh, no, there it goes. Yeah, it's more story-based. I wanted the combat to just be crunchy enough that I was in danger, but not bogged down and like having to min-max. I don't want to have to min-max. I also did other small things like removing negative effects and all that on rest, because as much as I love the pen and paper tabletop, one thing that I even did when I DM'd it was I told people that, you know, when it comes to negative levels and attribute damage, you can get rid of it by resting. Maybe not all at once, but a little bit at a time. Because I never wanted to like force people to be like, oh, you gotta go do all this. You know, find clerics, remove all this ability damage. It can be a little bit rough, especially when people are new to the system. You playing on hard, often reloading, and it's beefy as fuck. Not even thinking about unfair. I don't blame you. I've seen people playing on like core difficulty. Hard? Man, I don't even know. ×2 damage? Oh no.
Mind over muscle.
Yeah. I feel like Pathfinder can be brutal enough. Mostly because my dice rolls, I kid you not, my dice rolls are awful. I'm gonna have to take some clips from this of me actually rolling the dice in this game. I had Lon make 15 attacks. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I had Lon make 15 attacks basically across like 3 or 4 rounds. He missed all but 2 of them. So he missed 13 out of 15 attacks. And it was only about a 45% chance to hit. But statistically, like, that was just horrible. Absolutely horrible. And then Lon crits. Right when I say that. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. Sometimes the dice. There's only numbers 1 to 7 on the virtual dice. I had a player. She was in a couple of my campaigns, and the running joke, because we made a bingo card. We made a bingo card for the campaign, and if so many things, you know, from the bingo card happened, like everyone got inspiration. But one of the jokes on it was like, if she actually managed to roll above a natural 10. That was on the bingo card, because it was that rare. I'm writing a Pathfinder campaign, and it's going to be me internally dying, trying to run it for a group, literally starting it off on easy. A group of people, because they don't know the system that well, neither do I. But it's going to push towards unfair difficulty. Hey, that's fine. That's fine, though. Like, Pathfinder scales really well into Mythic and lay levels, too, so I feel like that's perfectly fine. But also, the internally dying part, I also get that. I took a break from running Pathfinder for a couple of years, and I just recently got back into it, so I understand. Duality of Man Roller. Oh no. It's either 1s or 20s. I can understand that. More often than the other players. I could fully, as a kindred spirit of that, I can fully understand it. I can fully understand that. I'm the same way when it comes to D&D. Unfortunately, my wife, like, cursed her because she stole all of my luck, I'm pretty sure. It didn't start until, like, we actually got together, and then she stole all my luck. And I say that because I have seen this woman literally take a D20 and roll 3 natural 20s in a row. I wouldn't believe it. I would have, if you told me that, I'd call you a liar. But I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it with my own eyes, and she does it all the time. We'll be playing even on virtual tabletop, and she'll still get natural 20s. She'll get like 2 or 3 in a row. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that. But the luck gods favor her, apparently. Metal dice are perfect, but kind of jinxed. I like metal dice, but oftentimes, actually, let me see. I actually have my dice pool here on my big-ass table. The only thing I don't like about dice... The only thing I don't like about metal dice is on a wood table, you'll be able to hear this. It's sometimes a little rough. It can scratch up the table. But I have like a really big golden die D20, and I actually only use that die, that D20, whenever I'm rolling something really important to the game, like something fate deciding, usually. We're 3 of us just nat 20 cracked up back to back to back. There's always something great about that, though. Like, there's something really great about it. Get a box for it? Well, that's actually not a bad idea. Is that you, girl? The old soldier coughs and shudders, but makes no effort to rise from blood-soaked ground. Sharpened wooden spike protrudes from her stomach. Say something kind to me for one last... So the table doesn't get destroyed immediately. Yeah, box is probably the smart way to go on that. I know when I ran like in-person D&D, we played on like a fold-out table, you know, like one of those like long plastic tables with like fold-out legs. We had to get like 2 of those basically, but yeah, these dice would scuff the crap out of it too. There's also a cooking competition where 3 of you nat 20'd. So if you all nat 20'd, who won? Here's our blessed little beggar. I was just beginning to think I'd never set eyes on that grubby little face ever again, but it seems the fate truly does watch over the mad. Something like this. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a container or something like that to actually, like some kind of a box probably for that if I wanted to do it. Judges rolled, gave friend D20 for shits and giggles. He rolled a 20 for points. Of course. Let the 20s flow. I don't know what fate is when my grandma watches over me and my crow. It's of course fate, grandmother, and crow. No, you won't die. Look, healing radiance glows at her fingertips. I still have spells. You don't have to die here. All rolling to give my character points. Okay. That's kind of cool. Like, so you just have the judges actually roll. That's neat. Moving with effort, the soldier pushes her hand away. No, I'm finished. They bit me. The pestilence is in the wound. I can feel it. Soon I'll be like them. Run away before it's too late. Playing Wrath of the Righteous? Night, Brainstorm. I think the old fellow is right. You or I could heal an ordinary wound, but we stand little chance against a ghoul bite. Come along, Ember. The longer we stand around out in the open like this, the more likely we are to end up back in the gargoyle's clutches. Darren looks disheveled and slightly disoriented, and his shoulders tremble with excess tension. We all decided that I was cursed, considering we're only for everyone else compared to me. No, please, don't give up. I'll carry you. You can't die. Your granddaughter is waiting for you at home. The crow on Ember's shoulders croaked sadly, as if confirming her words. Granddaughter. Yes, you remind me of her. Boisterous little thing, but you can't lift me. No, I can't be helped. Death comes for us all, little girl. I've made my peace with it, and you should too. She looks around and sees you. Look, it's the commander. He can definitely help you. Ember swiftly pulls the stake from the soldier's body and heals the wound with a spell. When that die rolls concerning your character, you always roll nat 20s. Hey, that's the die. That's the die that you roll then. Everyone else, nat 1, say hello. That just means it's your character's dice. That's all that means. She looks for yeah, commander. Are you alive, warrior? Can you walk? Nevia will heal you. You don't have to die. Not here. Not today. And what should I do? I can help you fight these monsters, but perhaps I'll be of more help down there with Nevia. Blue and black glitter dice. Just happens to be Margaret's dice. Yeah, I must have heard at least 1,000 stories about the horrors of the war with demons, the nightmares of the world wound. I was raised on them, and surrounded by them. I've even lived through some of them myself, but none of it prepared me for what happened here. I can't imagine how much wine it's going to take to banish from my memory the moment when I found myself alone and surrounded by monsters. And that's why I very much want to go with you and see the monsters quake in fear. It's only fair. True, it is only fair. Alright, let's go. Just this old 53-year-old woman does bullshit things due to natural 20s. Inexplicably excellent. Oh boy. How do I rearrange this party? You back here. You back here. Something like this. A mastermind, rogue, twilight cleric. It's a nice combo.
Yet another obstacle.
I always like the mastermind rogue. It's very... I don't know. I always like the buffs. If I'm thinking of the right class, it's the one that has like I think it's the one that has like the buffs where you can give people not a is it advantage? I think it's like combat advantage. Or am I thinking of a different one? I'm the most balanced character in my party. It's such the weakest in combat. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally really like RP characters, at least from DM perspective. I mean, every party also needs their trap Roomba or their skill jockey.
Endure this.
Ember, what are we gonna do with you? The skill jockey that got banned for pulling Naruto level shit. The NPCs were banned from doing so. Uh-oh. Hey, if you have high enough athletics or acrobatics, you can do just about anything.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Plus 15 wasn't enough? Ah, boo. Oh, you're staring. There he is.
You know nothing of style, do you?
Wait. Can be equipped on head. Oh, can't do that in combat. Dang. You're banning a rogue from doing Naruto shit. Yeah, like what are you doing with your life at that point? Well, what else is a rogue supposed to do? I get that. I had a guy that played a rogue. Okay, quick story. I had a guy that played a rogue in a campaign years ago. Good friend of mine, and he made this basically like a skill jockey rogue. But he had so much dex in Pathfinder. He had so much dex and so like just such good out of combat skills. He rolled a there was a bomb that went off in the city that they were in, essentially, and it was like raining debris, right? Like there's debris just coming down from the heavens, you know, boulders the size of cars come flying down, flaming rubble, and he's out in the middle of the street when it happens. So like it looks like doomsday. And I'm like, you gotta dodge out of the way, so I need reflex saves. And, non-Pathfinder. Yeah, this one was in Pathfinder. That's because it was years ago. Anyway, so he ended up making his reflex saves, and then he's like, alright, I want to try and step onto the debris as it's falling and, like, leap up into the air and then get onto the roofs. And I'm like, there's no way that this happens. There's no way you pull this off. Guy ends up rolling, I don't even remember what his climb and his athletics were, but they were something ridiculous, and he rolled north of 30 on the die. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. He rolled like a 34 or 35, something like that. And he got to do some crazy level anime Naruto nonsense where he literally jumped into the air, stepped off of a piece of falling debris mid-stride, and backflipped onto a roof. And I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna question it. You made the roll, and I'm not gonna steal it from you at that point. He also kind of got some advantages on it because I'd given him it was like a time distorting dagger, so he could kind of slow time down a little bit. So he kind of Prince of Persia his way through it. It was cool though. I don't want to do with these guys. Let's just throw magic missile at them. Don't need to do too much.
We shall overcome.
But yeah, I feel for you. Every DM kind of has a different, has a different style. Personally, and just speaking for my own style of liking to play, I always preferred the more kind of high fantasy-esque approach to it, where if you can make the roll, you can do what you're aiming to do. At the end of the day, you're not playing D&D to, play a super realistic setting, unless you're doing something like GURPS, I guess. But if you're playing GURPS, then you got like a superhuman level of patience.
Do not hold back.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Oh, they get a surprise round. Oh, that's not good. Alright, Lon.
You won't survive me.
Need some of that lawn magic. Let's just get the heal up. Let's see here. Shoot. There we go. That one's down. Level 20 NPC for your group's Discord server. On four universes.
Strike has won.
Or you can interact with prospective and conventional towers. That's a neat idea. You have like Oh, multiverses. Oh, even more. I get you. 4 multiverses. I like that idea though. I like the idea that you have these like waypoints. You know, it's kind of these kind of like cafes that exist in kind of like the in between. I like that idea. Let's just pull on some skeletons. Pathfinder multiverse person. The rest of the D&D systems. It's a good choice. Where'd the skeletons go? Oh, they're here. Okay, good. Okay, as long as we're not in 2nd edition playing with Thaco again, I'm perfectly fine. I already had a discussion with someone I think yesterday about Thaco. I think it was Viking. I was like, I do not miss Thaco from 2nd edition at all. Okay, that's bad.
Into the fray.
That's bad. Come on. Come on. One attack. Just one. There we go.
Make every strike count.
Okay, let's move. Dodge that. Let's see. We don't have one connected to the rest due to the fact that one campaign is from the books and not homebrew shenanigans. These all banned turtles. Not bad.
I'm gonna order the McDonald's, okay? And go pick that up.
Why would you ban the turtles? To use turtle shells as armor for like level character. What the hell? He's a domain of turtle cleric.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
We shall overcome.
There we go. The collective thought of that cleric being flavored to look like Bowser. People come up with some. That's one of my favorite things about D&D. People come up with some very wacky and creative ideas sometimes. Hold over into Vegas. I got banned from doing so. At least you got your gambling done.
The light take you.
Dang. Not allowed to have the Atlantic City of the Outer Plains. It feels bad. Hey, it's Yacker! Hey, alright. Intern. Yeah. Gambling income is good income in the multiverse. Only 5%. You're definitely getting screwed there.
Do not hold back. Strike as one.
Alright, we're doing pretty good here. We're actually the mini console fire. I'm getting very very chaotic neutral vibes going on here. Maybe bordering on the no, I'll say chaotic neutral. Ah, you're one of those troublemaking players. I don't mean that in the bad way. I mean the ones that always manage to kick something off. No, you're not the instigator? Normally not, okay. Every party does need an instigator, I will say. Otherwise, sometimes things can get a little stale and nothing happens. Did I just get knocked off my mount? Oh, you failed to save.
You won't survive me.
Set off flammable gas. Ah, it's just an occupational hazard. Went blinding mad. Well, as I said, occupational hazard. Suit matchbox. Nah, it's not worth wasting that spell on him. Let's just yell at him. Yacker salutes you with his mace covered in blood. This time this winged beast won't defeat us. We escaped and we're ready to chop him to bits. Ready? Are we? Speak for yourself. Gods, why did I ever go on this crusade? I could have stayed home, picked mushrooms, milked my goat. Does Wriggle still live? Yes, he's here somewhere. He managed to help a few of those recruits escape, and he's already made a decent squad out of them. Nice. Not everyone here boasts your fighting spirit. Yellow beat snot noses. Never even seen a real fight. If it wasn't for us, they'd all scattered, and the gargoyles would pick them off one at a time. Hell Knights execute such cowards on the spot. One of the recruits, this is what I do to deserters. Return to the foot of the hill, find heavy and wait for my return. If 1 in 3 of you survives. So characters low end of this apparent party.
will guide us.
Ah, yes. Why does your resume have arsonist listed next to it? Oh, no reason. Socio leans over the body of a woman clad in Hell Knight's black armor. Although she's obviously dead, he whispers a prayer and casts a healing spell, to no avail. His face twists in pain and he shakes his head, refusing to believe what's happening. Wake up. Please wake up. Did you know her? No, not her. We were brought here together. I admit even I was caught off guard when the gargoyles grabbed me and dragged me off. The recruits must have been terrified. She did well, though. As soon as the monsters were about to land, she twisted out of their claws and helped us all escape. Social takes a heavy metal shield from the dead woman's hands and considers its intricate decorations. The shield, I prayed my eyes deceived me in darkness, but there's no doubt. Don't tend to speak about that instance where arsonist usually isn't in the resume. I see. Gustavus, this is my brother's shield. It was kept as a relic in our church for centuries. We used to gaze upon it as children, imagining the adventures of its previous owners. When Trevor went on a crusade, he took the shield with him. Biting his lip, he looks at the dead woman, blood-spattered face. Who are you? Where did you get it from? In the name of Shaylin, why didn't you get to talk while you were still alive? Maybe your commander will be able to say. Official of this cursed chapel, please ask the Hell Knight Master. Retreat to the foot of the hill, buddy.
Missed me already.
Right, I need to put this helmet on Darren before I forget. And I will forget if I don't do it. Is that a quest item? Maybe it's a quest item.
Godspeed.
Haven't gotten far into the game yet? No clue. Ah, it's all good. This is my first time playing this game through, so I'm stumbling around. About all I know is the rule set. I don't know much else about the story. Help. Somebody help. A wounded warrior laying among the mutilated, lifeless bodies cries out for help. It's hard for her to shout. Her cheek is torn. Her teeth are showing through her wound. After she doesn't stop screaming, but nods her head subtly at the bodies next to her. It's an ambush.
Are we ready to move out? You're irrelevant.
I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
Did they not take any damage from that? No, they didn't. Well, that's unfortunate.
Endure.
Have a chronic issue of making new characters repeatedly. Might make a resident arsonist character here, though. Good alchemist class can get some pretty good. Well, they can make alchemist fire and stuff. Make the most out of it.
We shall overcome.
Into the fray!
If you would like to download fully,
Make every strike count.
uninstalled it a while back. I haven't grabbed any of the DLC yet. After playing it, I'm very heavily considering it. Oh, wrong spell.
Do not hold back.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Someone who doesn't like when I don't have garbage with money.
Let us press on.
It's just more like, I played Kingmaker, and Kingmaker really wasn't really for me. I got kind of fed up with Kingmaker probably within about 2 hours, 3 hours playing it. But this game, it's really held my attention, so I try to just be wary about buying DLC unless I know I'm actually going to like the game. Because I hate having things, like, I hate, like, having games kind of, like, sit around and, like, you know, it's just like, oh, look, I bought all this DLC for this, and I got this enhanced edition, and I don't play it. Kingmaker wasn't for you either. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, like, had that happen. Like, Kingmaker was kind of, just wasn't really that great for them. I think what really, like, kind of turned me off of Kingmaker was, I remember being, like, level 3, and I finally had gotten through, like, the prologue and all that stuff, and I got to some fight that it gave me as a quest. It's like, you should go here and do this, and I was like, alright. And I go there, and I'm confronted by, like, 12 enemies, and they're all, like, 4 levels higher than me, and they proceed to just one-shot me, one-shot me, one-shot me, one-shot me. And I was like, alright, yeah, I'm good. The time limit on the main quest, yeah. I didn't get far enough for that to really be a thing, but I heard about that as well. A procrastinator? I get that. I love to explore and do, like, everything I can do as well in, like, a game. Like, I'll ignore the main quest until I've grabbed every side quest, every accessory, every hunt down that I can get my hands on. I really just like having a time limit as well.
Endure this.
Let's just try Acid Splash. And a miss. Oh well. I've collected all 999 pine cones. The realm is now safe. Excellent. There's no dangerous pine cones running around out there anymore.
We shall overcome.
Usually I'll collect a lot of stuff just because I like getting all those different rewards and kind of the high level stuff. I always like being a little over leveled. But the thing about this game though, I've come to understand is like doing the optional fights really doesn't reward you with much. I was kind of sad about that, but I was like, well, I guess that's just a reason not to do them.
Make every strike count.
There we go. Stop whining. Raise your weapons. Ready your defense. You wounded. Hold your torches up. Did the Queen send us soldiers? Looks more like a sewing circle. Commander. As he sees you, Regal throws his fist in the air. Despite some claw wounds, he's chipper and full of fighting spirit. Ready to report on the situation. We organized an escape. There are no fewer than 36 gargoyles and ghouls in the fortress. We lacked sufficient forces for a confrontation, so we withdrew. Gargoyles and ghouls. Why do you think they stick together? Could it be because their names sound similar? Maybe if a ghoul bites a gargoyle, it turns into a gargoyle. No. What an amazing hypothesis. Such an unexpected explanation. Such exceptional logic. My esteemed colleague, you must assuredly are of a scientific mind. We simply must conduct an experiment to prove or disprove your opinion. Look, a Hell Knight stopping to help his allies. Never thought I'd be glad to see your face, Regal. I always preserve the lives of allied forces. If you thought in terms of efficiency in achieving your goals, as every fighter should in this war against demons, you would be far less surprised by my actions. Get to the foot of the hill. Consider it done.
I will not falter.
A survival Pathfinder campaign. Ooh. That sounds tricky.
Our time has come. Aha! Forget it.
Lord of the Flies, Dead in Bermuda. Okay, okay. That's interesting. It's an interesting idea for a campaign.
I will see this through.
Alright, what time is it here? Alright, so usually I do stream until about 8 or 9 on most days, but I actually have D&D. I gotta start DMing in about an hour, so I am gonna call it here because I need to go get stuff ready. I still have a few character sheets to pull up and some notes to get done, but it was really nice to meet you. A lot of new faces popped up tonight too, but it was it's been fun. Been a good time talking to everybody. And enjoy your campaign. Thank you. I will probably not be streaming this weekend. I may stream tomorrow a tiny bit, but usually I stream Monday through Fridays. Anyway, I hope you all have a very good weekend, good night, and I will see you for sure on Monday. Let's see real quick if I think Atrocious is probably streaming about now, so I'm gonna see if he is, so I'm gonna go raid him real quick. And I'll leave you in his capable hands.